started. Yo,
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 what's
here
going
we
on?
go again. Thank you so much, Dan.
Come
Welcome
on. You
to
okay?
October Boxing Live. Am I okay? In fact, I'm not even going nowhere. Let's start the introductions. We are joined by Dan Azeez, who is the new Commonwealth champion and, of course, the British champion in the light heavyweight division. Dan, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you
Mate,
for
that
having me.
round of applause is all yours. Talk us through that fight, Dan, because I've just
Um,
had to watch it again just for like entertainment.
what specifically do you want me to go into about it?
Like just from like round one when you walked out and you kind of like sussing out your opponent, or did you suss him out before? These are the things that obviously I don't know about because obviously we know he didn't
Uh,
make weight, so that
yeah,
was kind of like the 1 pound difference. So
yeah.
you going into the ring, talk to us.
I wasn't too fussed about the weight thing. It was only 1 pound. Like, I don't know if you know about weights and stuff, but 1 pound is
Ed
like nothing. Yeah.
Educate me. Okay.
So you know what a pound is.
I know what a pound is, but like when you mix like weight,
Okay, so
what does
like,
the what's
okay,
the
a
yeah?
pound, yeah, is probably, if I had to lose a pound, I could probably get it out in a piss. Like, I should be able to get it out in a piss.
Oh,
Really, yeah. It's not really that much, innit? It's a
hmm.
pound, innit? What a pound weighs, I swear that's a pound, I think. Do you know what I mean?
I thought you had to do something else to get rid of that, but here we
No, no.
go.
Well, obviously you could shit, you can whatever, like sweat, whatever in it. A pound is
Mm,
a pound in it, but it's not that much. A lot of people they have to like. There's some people when they miss weight, they got to lose like 5 pounds or 7 or
fair enough.
whatever. 1 pound's not really that much, but who knows? He might have struggled to get to where he was then. So that extra pound, he's probably said, "Nah, I'm not doing it." But to
Yeah.
me, it just meant like I just thought in my head, the belts obviously don't mean that much to him, and it don't mean as much as it does to him that like it does to me. So I went too fast. So I thought, yeah, it's still the same whether he made the weight or not. Still got to fight. Actually, they asked me like, "Oh, are you okay to go ahead?" I was like, "Yeah, for sure, like definitely." Like, and then yeah, the fight was made, man. That was it. And then yeah, going into the fight. Just wanted to establish my job. Everyone always says, yeah, I'm a pressure fighter, so I'm sure he knew what was coming. And yeah, that was it, man. Unless otherwise, then yeah, that was what I was doing, innit? It? Just trying to press the fight.
Yeah, when you started, I think because you've got this pressure style that
Yeah,
automatically pushes fighters, whether they want to or not, it automatically pushes them against the ropes. And I think he kind of like knows your style because you talk up low and
yeah.
you'll roll and you'll whatever. So he was kind of like, I think he like held you down on the first one,
Oh, okay.
and then the ref like parted you, and then
Yeah,
he was, but every time that was happening, you'd just come back. You were literally on him like a rash. One of the things that I was saying is like the uppercuts. I was trying to count because I was like standing like you were at the back to where the media was, and I just kept on seeing like the
yeah,
geese was like dancing. You know what I mean? It's just like the head was just going back all the
yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah. No, that's what he gave me. So that's what I threw. Like it's not like a specific punch I like to throw, but if it's there, then I'll shoot it. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah, there was a couple of like hooks as well that you got him with. You got him with a couple of nice clean hooks. I
yeah.
think I think there was a point where I think one of his coaches might have had a word with the ref because he was talking about you bucking him with your head. Did you know
Yeah,
about that?
yeah, no, I didn't know about that, but obviously, I know they're gonna say something about that, regardless. In it, that's my style, so it is what it is.
And
But
to be
to be fair to Rocky himself, he can whack himself. He did have a dig. It might not have looked from the outside looking in. It might not have looked it, but he can dig as well, like for sure.
yeah,
Yeah,
was it round seven? I think he caught you with I think he caught you with a heavy shot, and then
yeah,
you like stepped backwards for a bit and had like a little walk,
yeah.
like you reset
That was me
and
just
come
being,
back in.
that was just me being stupid. Like when I went
You
back in
joking?
yeah, not stupid, but like I just thought, yeah, let me just have a like walkies. Like when I went back to the corner, Buddy went mad at me. Like, "Hey, stop! Can you be normal, please?" Like, he said something along those lines. Like, it's like, can you be normal? Like, stop messing about. I was like, don't worry, I got this. Like, you know what I mean? And yeah, but he can dig though.
Yeah. We saw like I think I heard Body shouting from the corner, like make sure you stick on that jab, because I don't think he wanted you to just stick to your style. But
Yeah,
one of the things that I will say, because I've watched your fights quite a lot now, and
yeah,
what I've noticed is that your defense was just, it was beautiful. You
yeah,
was constantly moving, and it, you know, when they say that the head can move but the body can't, but because you were so like, your arms were everywhere, it
yeah,
was hard for him to even attack the body. Do you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
That,
Yeah. Sorry, finish off. Sorry.
yeah, now saying those improvements, like talk to us about what you've been working on in the gym, because this is like, it's still you, it's still your style,
Yeah,
but there's improvements.
yeah. That's it. Like, I weren't doing that before. I weren't not doing that before Buddy came, but he realized, okay, he likes to cross arm sometimes. He likes to roll like hands here. So we just worked on that, just little things like, okay, yeah, if you're gonna do this, do that. Add this to it or whatnot. This will make it a bit more easier and whatnot. So yeah, man. And everyone knows I'm a fan of like the 80s, 70 fighters, and they love they love a cross arm defense and whatnot. Like I love it. Like so, yeah, I like to implement it into my game. So yeah, man, it was good.
I saw that you posted on your IG about is it fight of the night again?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Is
got fight of the night. Obviously, Hosea fight of the night, Reese Cartwright fight. I don't think I got fight of the night for Shaka and fight.
Shakam?
I think Tasha got that, and then I got fight of the night again. So yeah, I was just obviously just in with Ben like, hey, I'm getting fight of the night all the time. Like, what's going on? But it's good. I
Clive,
like it, man. Win, lose or draw, people like to see me fight. They enjoy watching me fight, and that's what it's about, man. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I want to be a better boxer and stuff like that. I don't want to be um, getting into wars or whatnot, but that's just my style, man. And people like it, and do you know what I mean? Um, yeah, it's exciting, and yeah, I'm happy people like to watch it.
that's what I will say. You know, like, you know, I speak to a lot of people and I say, oh, you know, what can we expect from you on fight night? And they say exciting fight.
Yeah,
It's a word that's often quite used so commonly, just as like the word robbery, if there's a
yeah.
slight, you know, discrepancy with the points or whatever. But
Hmm.
like, hold on a minute. Before I finish, Charlie Fenton has put a question in. Do you think you're going to be a world champion? Thank you, Charlie.
Yeah, good question. Listen, as long as I keep making the right steps and the improvements that I am making, I'm definitely en route to that. So it's not a thing of I think, I know. As long as I just keep making the right steps like I am,
Yeah,
the
definitely.
connection went a bit. I'm
Yeah,
in a
it's
hood
the
like
same.
sorry.
Listen, I'm not even going to get into mine, but yeah. But when people say that they're going to be in exciting fights, it's a word that's used so commonly, but it's
Yeah,
not often seen.
yeah,
But like, you're one of the fighters, you know, that I'll blatantly say you look forward to that fight. It's like, oh, Dan Azeez is on the card, and it's
yeah,
like you look forward to it. You know, you and you know Caroline Dubois,
yeah,
yeah, you know, really good performances. But what I like to see is like I said, you're just developing and getting better and better and better. I don't know, talk to us about that, how it feels to you, like when you're looking back and like you see like the journey and it's just like, right,
yeah.
that's me.
I just think like yeah, like all the time. I just still think there's so much more you know, to do. There's so much like there's so much better I want to be, and that's what makes the game harder. Like it don't get any easier; it gets harder. Especially the higher up the level you are, the harder it is. The more you got to do, the more consistent you have to be, the more disciplined you have to be. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, but it is good just looking back. Sometimes I even look at some of my fights. I'm like, oh gosh. I look back and do you know how long it takes me to watch one of my fights?
Talk to me.
It takes me a long time. Like it might take me like a month or 6 weeks. But
Serious.
the better the performance, the quicker I'll watch it. Do you know what I mean? It's yeah. So it takes me a while. So this fight, I've watched little highlights of it. I haven't watched the whole thing yet. But obviously, I'm going out to Florida next week, so I'll be out with Buddy again. We'll probably watch it over, and yeah, do you know what I mean? And see where we can improve on and whatnot. He already knows where, or it's already said where I need to work on and stuff already. So yeah, and Mark
What's it?
as well. So yeah, he
So
was in
what's it like? Who else was in your corner? Sorry, I do apologise.
Mark Gillespie. So
Okay, is he? I'm sure. Is he Joshua Boaxi's is
yeah,
he?
yeah, he was. But I've known him for years as well. He's quite familiar with me. So
Okay, cool. No,
yeah,
because yeah, okay. So what I wanted to ask as well, because you already, like you said, you're going out to Florida next week. There's kind of like no breaks for one, for a better word.
yeah,
And you're just like going out. You're sparring Artur Beterbiev
yeah,
before he had his fight.
yeah.
Those sacrifices you're making to make sure you stay on that road to become a world champion.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. They're already talking about me fighting in February, so I don't know if I'm gonna fight in February. When do you think I'm gonna? You know what I mean? Start camp properly. But the thing is, with me, I'm always in the gym, so it's not so much a camp. It's
Yeah.
just let's get the sparring in. Let's up it. Let's concentrate on what opponent we got on and whatnot. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, there's no timing on my side, and yeah, there's no rest for the wicked, man. You wanna be the best. You got to work hard, man, and you got to make these sacrifices. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
not oblivious to this. It's not nothing, it's not anything like new to me. Like yeah. So
But when you think about it, how long have you been pro?
4 years.
So
That's,
when you look at it in the scheme of things,
yeah,
don't you think like you've gone on a really fast trajectory since you've like your last few fights?
yeah.
When you look back
No,
and
definitely.
yeah,
Even the other day, I was like, raw, like 4 years. Like I've actually like in that space, I've actually done quite a bit. So it's good. No, I have. When I first started, I had 6 fights for the first 2 years straight away. So yeah, I've got the belts that I've got, and do you know what I mean? So yeah,
it
and
is. It's a massive achievement because it's like you're not stopping.
yeah, I'll stop. I'll stop when I'm dead, when I'm not here no more.
You know what? That's what I say. I sleep when I'm dead. Otherwise, you just keep going in it.
Yeah, man. Do you know what I mean? So
So you got the Commonwealth.
yeah,
So you had the Southern area, the English, the
yeah,
British, the
yeah,
Commonwealth. This
yeah,
beautiful traditional route.
yeah.
I
But
know you're. Sorry,
let me
talk to me.
let me just say, with this traditional route that I'm taking, it's not just
Yeah,
like, oh, I want to pick each belt and da, da, da. It's also, it helps with my development. Every stage is
right.
like,
The
okay,
next level.
yeah, exactly. So you can't go to the next
I'll
stage like
rate that.
out to European and God forbid I lose or whatever. Then I'm not ready for
Okay.
stage. Then I can't then say I'm ready for what if I'm losing at European. Same
Yeah.
with British. If I lost that British, then yeah, you can't be talking about world and this that. You can't even. You're not doing your thing at British. Same with English. So that's why I'm taking that step, and that's what my coach Brian, like from the get go when we first started. That's it. All right. If you're gonna do this, you're gonna take this step. That we're not fast tracking you. However long it takes, that's how long it takes from the get go. He's always said that. So yeah,
Yeah, but that makes sense because, like you said, you're not pushing yourself like above levels. Like you said, if you
yeah,
fall short, then it's kind of like you because you jumped over two
yeah,
stages. I kind of rate that, but like because you'll get some fighters that are more interested in the rankings, the world rankings, so they'll
yeah,
make decisions based on trying to push themselves in the world rankings. But like you said, there's
yeah,
possible risks that can come with that.
yeah. No, for sure. And then when you're at that level, when you're competing at that level, you know that okay, this is you're confident, like okay, cool, like, and then like I said, if you come unstuck, like then you're just not ready at that level yet, man. So obviously, some people like to take the risk, but for me, step by step, man, and that's how I am in life in general. Anyway, every step by step.
Now, right, that is an intelligent way to look at it. And like you said, you can just see what you've done in the last 4 years. So
Yeah,
it's that method works for you.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's
exactly.
one of them. So you know, like the next steps then.
Yeah,
Obviously, like I said, you've got the Commonwealth.
yeah,
You're somebody that doesn't mind defending,
yeah.
but what are the possible options? I mean, what would you want to do? Would you defend or then push on to like European?
Yeah, I don't mind defend. Well, I've got one more defense before I've won the British title outright, so it'll be mine. But I want a credible opponent to defend it against. And then if you look at the people that are ahead of me in the rankings, they've already won the title, so they probably wouldn't want to fight for it again. The only person that hasn't won it is Yard and Linden, so it's out of them two. If I was going to defend it for the last time, those are the only two that I would defend it against. You know what I mean? So,
Okay. Well, Yard is obviously is on his
but
world title route.
yeah,
So Lyndon Arthur, and that would be that would be easier fight to make because obviously, like I said, Wasserman and Boxer, they've
yeah,
worked side by side, so it would be an easier fight to make as well, and that would be a good fight as well.
exactly. I think our styles gel well together. He's a good fighter. I was in Canada with him. We was both sparring Paterbian.
Right.
He's a
Yeah.
and everything. So yeah, I think it would be a good fight. And if the British title means anything to him, then I'm sure he would wanna claim it. But if not, then yeah, it is what it is.
All right then. So say if there's not those two, then who is there?
Yeah, exactly. That's it. I'm not. I wouldn't. I don't think I would defend it.
So you
Some
vacate.
some people are like, oh yeah, like, but you could. It's only one title. I mean, one more fight, and then it's yours, and you could just fight this guy. And but if I don't think they're worth. Not that they're not worth. No
I
disrespect.
understand.
They're not on my level. Why am I? I'm not about taking no easy route or, you know,
Yeah, like you said, you like the test and it's stepping up a
yeah,
level.
it's development for myself as well. So, yeah, I don't think there is any, and the board as well. They're quite strict on who they mandate for the British title anyway. So,
Right. Okay.
yeah, but let's see. You never know, man. They might come up with somebody that I might be mandated to fight. So, yeah, let's see. We'll see.
Would a European level, European title be something that you'd think about as well?
Yeah, that's what's next. That's what's I'm been mandated to fight a French guy. I can't remember his name. I'm not gonna try and pronounce it.
Okay, fair enough. So that's already on the cards.
Yeah, that's all. I've been mandated by the European, I think the EBU, European Boxing
Oh,
Union, to
okay.
against a French geezer uh, next year sometime for the European. So that's the next step. So,
You
yeah,
ain't messing about, are you? I've heard when people say no breaks, but you definitely have got no breaks whatsoever.
yeah.
So I'm going to touch on something like finally before we get off, because I know you don't like doing these lives. Dan didn't really want to do this. I had to force him.
Why?
And I'm going to go on to, no, but Dan, I had to do this.
We're both gonna go on Monday Night Smokes.
Well, that's
Don't,
residential 8
don't,
p.m. on a Monday.
don't
But
act
the,
like.
the
Go
only
on.
reason why we're here now, Dan,
Yeah,
is because I was standing at the back in the media area waiting
yeah.
this because you do this all the time.
No,
Every
because
single fight
it's
you've
not.
had, you
It's
just
you.
disappear.
And I tell you how this like the boxing goes after you fight. You have to do a piss test, a
I
drug,
understand.
and for some reason, every time when it's it takes me about 2 hours. I don't know. I swear.
Mm,
I'm honestly to God, like so. By the time I come out, everyone's disappeared, everyone's gone, and I can't leave that room until I've
okay.
sampled. Do you know what I mean? So
So how do you get back to the hotel before me then?
I didn't get back to the hotel before you. Who said I got back to the hotel before you?
When I walked in, you were sitting down just about to get pizza.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Ask yourself, what was you doing? I said, ask
Waiting for you.
what was you doing? I don't
Waiting,
know.
saying, "Is Dan Azeez come out yet?" Now I think he's
No,
still in there, you know.
no, man. I had to do the piss test. That's why.
Fair enough. How's it been going with Body then? Because I've spoke to him plenty of times off camera, and I kind of regret that I didn't like set my camera up and speak to him.
I thought you
What
did.
a
I thought you'd get
no,
some.
that was just quickly, but we spoke like loads in the hotel, and he's got so much like knowledge. What has it been like working with him? Because I think you work quite well together.
No, we do. For sure. He's just listen. He's like you said. He's got so much knowledge. He's got stories for days. It's
Love
funny,
it.
funny guy as a character. Do you know what I mean? It's good, man. It brings a little something to the camp, like, do you know what I mean? It's got a different kind of energy. It's good.
Yeah, something that you're definitely going to be moving forward, working together with in the future then.
Yeah.
Like I said, because I get nervous when I hear like trainer hopping and that. I don't like it, upsets me a bit.
Neither do I. Neither do I.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So, Rocky Fielding then, a good opponent. The level's been passed. On to the next, like you said, possible British winning outright, Lyndon Arthur or Anthony Yarde. Obviously, Anthony Yarde fight's coming up next. I don't know when Lyndon's out next, if I'm honest. And then you're mandated to fight a French chap, which is next year sometime. So,
Early. Yeah.
early, okay. So we've got Anthony Yarde. Are you going to the Beterbiev fight?
Yeah, I should be. If I'm in the country, I'll definitely want to watch that.
Yeah, yeah. And how, like, you've been out there with Beterbiev. What do you see as like his main strengths? Because I'm not going to ask you to dictate who you think's going to win, because I wouldn't do that. But like Beterbiev's style, because obviously you've been out there with him. Talk to us about that? Because when he was punching Joel Smith Jr.,
Yeah.
it just looks like he's tapping him.
Yeah.
But my man's head was frazzled. He was like, you know, when he had this skanky leg, he was all over the gaff.
Yeah.
You sparred him. What's he like?
Yeah, exactly that. Like, it can look like he's tapping, but he's very heavy-handed, and from a short range, he can really generate a lot of force.
Right.
Doesn't have to wind up to let his shots go. He can be very close quarters, just put his body in his arms, and you'll feel it. You'll feel the power. I think his strength is actually his boxing ability. Like, he's very humble, man. Like, when I was out there, like, Dan, like, one day I'm gonna be a good boxer. Like, obviously I'm knocking people out, but one day I'll be a good boxer. But obviously he's joking, but he's just basically trying to say, like, he wants to be a better boxer, or be known more as a boxer than, do you know what I mean? Just a puncher and someone who's knocking people out. But yeah, so they're always working on that, their boxing ability. So I think that's gonna be, you know, his main strength, because I don't see Yarde as someone who's chinny or can't take shots or whatnot. Yeah, like, everyone can punch. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, obviously he's got 18 fights, 18 KOs, but that's not going to be the determining factor if Beterbiev wins. It's his boxing ability. And yeah, but I do think if Yarde wins, the deciding factor for him will be his power, I think. So it's weird, even though everyone thinks Beterbiev is the monster and he's the monster, nah, the difference in who wins and why, I would give it power, Yarde, boxing ability, Beterbiev. So yeah.
But yeah, it will be interesting, because if Yarde wins, then he's got to go up against Bivol, which is
fight as well.
Yeah, he's another nightmare. But like I said, the light heavyweight division is an exciting division in the UK and over the sides of Europe as well. We've got some real good talent. But listen, we've got 5 minutes, so I'm going to let you go.
Yeah.
But what I want to do is say absolutely massive congratulations. I am loving watching your journey from close up. I'm grateful, I'm blessed, and just keep doing what you're doing and entertaining us and giving us, the fans, those exciting fights that we really love to see.
No, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support, having me on your platform. And yeah, we're going to be on Monday Smoke.
Yeah. I'll see you in a bit. Thank you, listeners. And Monday Night Smoke, Undefeated Podcast, YouTube Live, and that's where we'll be at from 8 p.m. So yeah, peace.
All right. Thank you, man.